How's it going, guys? This is Instructor Joe. So today I'm going to be going over types of malfunctions and how to clear them. I get it a lot at the range. A lot of people have some malfunctions. They don't know what to do. I mean, they can YouTube it or something, but I'm just going to do a quick video so I can tell people here, hey, you can go on my YouTube and check out how to clear malfunctions if you ever have that problem. So today, as always, I have my trusty Glock 34. And I got some dummy rounds and some magazines. All right, cool. So the one malfunction that a lot of people will get, well, the first type of malfunction is just the gun goes click, nothing happens. So they don't know what to do really. There's a lot of stuff that goes onto your head at that moment, especially if you're a new shooter. Say, oh shoot, what I do wrong? Did I not load the magazine in? Did I not chamber it and everything? What I like to think about and to get in your head is just an immediate reaction. In the military, they teach you this thing called sports when you have a rifle. Slap, pull, observe the chamber where the round should go, release, tap to forward assist, and squeeze the trigger. No, squeeze. So what that looks like on a pistol, sports, tap, pull, observe, release, tap. On that tap is really crucial, especially for most striker fire, and then squeeze. So that tapping also helps the round chamber properly, just like a forward assist on an AR. You never want to fire a gun if it's out of battery like this, out of battery. If it's ever like that, whether striker fired or hammer fired, best thing you do is just knock that in place to where it's flush right here. Then you can squeeze the trigger, blow off and everything. With that, there's a number of reasons why it can happen. Could be limpers in the gun, could be bad ammo, a number of reasons. After I clear a jam or something like that, I always do the same thing. I do tap, pull, observe, release, tap, squeeze. Just make sure everything's good. If it's not chambering right though, I always take the gun apart, see if I have a squib load or something in there. Squib load is basically, unless they didn't put the powder in the round itself, so the bullet's like stuck in the middle because there's nothing else to project it out. So I always try to clear the barrel, take it apart once it's functionable. Cool. A shorter version of sports, I like to call it tap, rack, squeeze. TRS, tap, rack, squeeze. So what that looks like, tap, rack, squeeze. So much simpler and shorter than sports. Tap, rack, squeeze. So again, click, tap, rack, squeeze. You can practice with dummy rounds at home, safe environments. It's always a good natural reaction if something goes on, especially if you're like a high intensity shooting, competition shooting especially. That's a lot of people's immediate reaction. Tap, squeeze. Now, as far as racking the gun, now ergonomically, this is a better way to rack the gun. The gun tilted slightly, your hand over here, and then you're pulling it like so. When you're trying to do a malfunction and everything, the easiest way to rack a gun is overhand, like that. That gets into our next type of malfunction. It might be like something simple as like a stovepipe, as we call it. So basically, for whatever reason, a shell is like that. So you shoot it goes click, and then you can notice that a shell's right there. Failure to extract, or just something, it bounces off and hits there just perfectly. That's stovepipe because it's like a stovepipe. So with an overhand rack, that clears it. So if you're doing that tap, rack, squeeze, click, tap, rack, squeeze, you're clearing that stovepipe in there. Show you that again. You got your setup like this. So when you're overhand racking it, you're clearing that stovepipe in there. Clearing it out. Next one chambers in, and then squeeze. So tap, rack, squeeze. Tap, rack, squeeze. it's empty. So when you're trying to determine what type of malfunction you have, you always want to kind of observe what's going on. When you're tap, racking, and squeezing, nothing's happening, it's still kind of being weird. You can notice that there's something else going on. That brings us to our next type of malfunction, a double feed or a failure to extract. So this is my best simulation for it. You got a round in there and then another one trying to feed, or you got some round trying to get out of there and then a round trying to, they look pretty similar. The type of reaction to it is the same. So with something like this, tap, rack, you notice that there's nothing going on. You observe it and you notice it's a double feed failure to extract. What you're gonna do is try to release that magazine first. Now, releasing the magazine could be hard because once you push that magazine release in, it's not gonna drop all the way because there's a lot of pressure in there. What you're gonna do, pushing that magazine release, you're gonna try to dig in to get that magazine out. Rip it out completely. Then you can do your proper clean procedures, or you can do your tap, rack, squeeze, or just like pull it back 2 or 3 times. Pull it back, make sure it's empty. Then you can reload your other magazine in, then pull back, let go, and you're good to go. Let me show you that again. So click, tap, rack, squeeze, nothing's going on. Rip that magazine out. Pull back, let go a few times. Pull back, make sure it's empty. Get your magazine in. And you're good to go. Now this is all on training, how you react. Training with the stovepipe, training by just racking a gun the right way, tap, rack, squeeze, tap, rack, squeeze. Eventually you'll get into a rhythm. I am a big fan of dry fire practicing. You're not gonna get any good just shooting lead down range if you don't have the muscle memory to handle situations. So it's all on practicing stuff at home. You can do this with dummy rounds, if you can, as you can see. The way to simulate the double feed is already have a dummy round in the chamber, have magazine loaded, put it in, pull back, and then it sets in. So that's how you can practice with something like that. With a stovepipe, you pull back a little bit, put that dummy round where the chamber is, just like so. Get a magazine with dummy rounds in it, put it in like that, so you can tap, rack, squeeze like that. So I'll show you now my reaction times for both kinds of malfunctions. So first type of malfunction, stovepipe. The second malfunction is gonna be the failure to extract or double feed. It's all on practice. I don't do these drills a lot anymore, but I've done them a lot in the past. So I still have that muscle memory of trying to clear a jam and everything. So this is Instructor Joe. I hope you learned something. Be safe on the range and happy shooting.
Are you ready?